path I've taken from the streets of the Bronx to this moment on Hollywood Boulevard. And this all feels, I don't know, kind of surreal. I just wanted to be good at what I did. I wanted to be a great actress. I wanted to be a great singer. I wanted to be a great performer, to share the joy of entertaining you.
This is Hollywood, with the mecca of entertainment around the world. It all starts right here. This is what it all comes down to. It all comes down to your family and working hard to love and protect and do everything that you can to make your family and the ones you love, their lives better.
It's thrilling to have Anna May Wong, the first Asian American actress, as my neighbor. We could actually start our own little Chinatown right here.
I think about what a star is, and I think about a star being liked for so many people. A star you can always see even in darkness. So my hope is that anyone in this town whose dreams may be on life support, I want you to walk past this star in particular and know that I've been there. This one in particular is for the underdogs.
It's an incredible day. I'm trying to soak it all in. Here's the thing about these Hollywood stars. They're permanent. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. Well, we get to see this star every day on the corner of Hollywood and Argyle.
Lo único que les puedo decir es que siempre recuerden que trabajando mucho, sin descansar y respetándose uno mismo y respetando a los demás, se pueden lograr cosas que uno nunca se soñó. Gracias a todos mis fans por estar aquí y un beso a Colombia y a todos los colombianos que están aquí. Gracias por venir.
I feel like a lot of people probably only ever thought I'd make it to the Walk of Shame, but here I am. Today for me is a celebration of something that my dad taught me, and that is to thine own self be true. And if you walk along this boulevard and you look at these names, there is a power that lies in that. There's a power in believing in yourself.
That's gooey, ballyhooly, Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Hollywood on this gorgeous day in the City of Angels in March 2022. My name is Dwayne Gathers, and I'm immediate past chair of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. And on behalf of our board and our organization, welcome to Hollywood, and also welcome to today's very special Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony. For 100 years, the Hollywood Chamber has served the business, nonprofit, and residential communities of Hollywood. And for 61 years, this Walk of Fame has served as a vehicle where we continue to celebrate our signature industry that put us on the map, but also honor those men and women who have achieved notable success over the course of their careers, and in addition, have used that celebrity to impact our community and many others. We are grateful for the many fans around the world who care about and follow the Walk of Fame on our live stream, presented by our media partner, Variety, which you too can follow on walkoffame.com. Now today, Hollywood honors Morris Chesnut. With the 2,716th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in the category of motion pictures. But before, you can clap, thank you very much. Before I ask him to the stage, let's share a few words about our honoree. Born and bred in Los Angeles, Morris Chesnut has successfully navigated more than 3 decades in the entertainment industry, taking advantage of opportunities presented to him on the big screen and on television. Many will know of his breakout role as Ricky in Boys in the Hood, which was released in 1991. Other memorable films include The Brothers, The Perfect Holiday, Think Like a Man, and the commercially and critically acclaimed The Best Man, and its successful sequel, The Best Man Holiday. All I know is if there is a big residual check coming to you in the next month, that's because I've binged about a half dozen of your shows since Friday night this past week. Truly one of the hardest working men in Hollywood, Morris is currently starring on the new Fox drama, Our Kind of People, currently on the cast of Fox drama The Resident as Dr. Barrett Kane. Simultaneously, he's preparing to reprise his role as Lance Sullivan in the Peacock Limited series, The Best Man, The Final Chapters. And immediately prior, Morris starred in the NBC drama The Enemy Within and the Fox series Rosewood. For his performance, Morris received his 4th NAACP Image Award nomination in the category of Outstanding Actor in a Drama Series. Additional television credits include Legends, American Horror Story, Goliath, and Nurse Jackie, which earned him the 2014 NAACP Image Award in the category of Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. Known for his extreme discipline, some say getting up at 3:30 in the morning to be at the gym at 4, seems kind of crazy to me, focused on health and wellness, but bringing wellness to others through his business ventures, extremely committed to family, and giving time and talent to numerous organizations, including American Cancer Society, Autism Speaks, Help the Vets, and collaborating with the American Heart Association, National Alliance of Mental Health, and One Tree Planted. Morris Chesnut, one of the consistent talents in Hollywood, one of the hardest working men in Hollywood, and one of the good guys in Hollywood, is certainly our kind of people. And as my cousin Nikki would say in Maryland, he's also our George Clooney. Please welcome to the stage our honoree, Morris Chesnut. Looking here that way. Okay. Before we hear from our honoree, we want to welcome a special guest here to say a few words about his friend. Our speaker today wears many hats. He's an actor, writer, director, comedian, producer, and is the co-creator of the parody show Real Husbands of Hollywood. He has 2 Showtime comedy specials and is a writer and producer of the BET Awards, Image Awards, and has also worked on the Emmy telecast. Please welcome to the stage Chris Spencer.
Morris Chesnut, ladies and gentlemen. Morris Lamont, is that correct?
That's correct.
Lamont Chesnut is one of the greatest human beings I've ever met. It's ironic that that we're here today doing this because, a lot of times, he's from Los Angeles, but Hollywood is still way, 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 way over there. So I remember being a kid, and I'm sure him as well, walking along this street, never ever thinking that you would eventually get your star on a Hollywood Walk of Fame. I mean, that's got to be a great feeling, right?
Yeah.
Right. I need you guys to clap because nobody else here has one. So clap a little bit better. Thank you very much. I've known this man for 30 years, and he's always been a class act. If you can get him on the phone, he will never tell you no. And if he does tell you no, whatever you're asking him to do is probably something that's not that great. He exemplifies class. You'll never ever hear anybody ever say, I can't stand Morris Chesnut. You might be known to Hollywood as Morris Chesnut, but to black people, you'll always be known as We love you, Morris. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Wow. So thanks, everybody, for coming out. I'll make this as quick and as brief as possible. Oh, not yet? You're not done yet. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to it. I thought I was done.
We're the director today.
Okay, no problem.
Before we hear you speak, and we're
Yes.
excited about that, we just wanted to recognize a few people with us today. First, from our Hollywood Chamber, I want to recognize my board colleague and chair, Nicole Mahalka, who brought back Walk of Fame ceremonies because last year during COVID we didn't have any. And I want to recognize Lupita Sanchez Cornejo, our senior vice chair and incoming chair of the board. And pleased to say that in the 100 years of the organization, Lupita will be the first Latina to chair the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. And as I mentioned earlier, we know through research that we did and articles that I read that family is important to Morris. And so I just really want to welcome and thank the Chesnut family for being with us here today. And first and foremost, I want to welcome his devoted wife, Pamela Chesnut. Thank you for being here. I want to welcome his amazing children, Grant and Paige Chesnut. Of course, his mom, Ms. Shirley Chesnut. Thank you for being here. And last but certainly not least, his siblings, Carmen and Mark Chesnut. Thank you for being here. In an interview that I came across some time ago, Morris gave an interview where he said, and we're discussing the strength and success of his marriage, especially in light of the challenges and the obstacles that can be put before you in Hollywood. He noted, first and foremost, my wife is a good woman, and they don't make them like her anymore. But also, Pam, all I can say is that recognizing the fandom in certain demographics that your husband has, I'm reminded by that famous line in Devil Wears Prada, 1 million girls would kill for that job. Ladies and gentlemen, our honoree, Morris Chesnut.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Listen, thank you, everybody, for coming out. I tried to get it done as quick as possible, but no. So listen, this day is to celebrate my star on the Walk of Fame. But to me, I want this day to be about all the people who are here, who have supported me, and who have allowed me to be here in this position today. I'm gonna, I have a couple of things prepared, not prepared, but written down that I'm gonna discuss. But a lot of people don't know, except people really close, that I'm somewhat of an introvert. A lot of my friends would call me a recluse, right? But so it's really been tough for me to really be able to navigate this industry because it takes a lot out of me each and every time I do come up and do things like this, and people don't realize it. So first and foremost, I want to thank God for blessing me and allowing me to be able to do that, to be able to go outside myself and being in an industry to where you have to go outside yourself and be these characters and just go outside of yourself. Friendship is very important to me. For me, it's always been a concerted effort I want to make sure that Hollywood is a part of my life, but it was not my life. So my long-standing friendships have always been extremely important to me. A lot of the times, like I said, I may not be on the phone all the time, but when I am on the phone, I give everybody my full undivided attention. And I believe all of my friends who are here today will say that whenever they've really needed me, I've always been there for them. So, but I do want to point out, like I said, friendship is very important to me. I do want to start pointing out, I can't name everybody. I see all of you here, and thank you. But I do want to point out my longest tenured friends, because they represent me and they know me. They've known me before I knew me, before I knew who I was and what I wanted to do. First and foremost would be my cousin Harold over there, Harold Suggs. Harold was my road dog when we were in diapers. He's my cousin, and we just came up together. We were literally in diapers, coming up, running the streets of L.A. We used to walk to the liquor store was a big thing back in the day, and then walking to the Coliseum in L.A. was a big thing back in the day. My next longest tenured friend is Ray Jackson. A lot of people know Ray Jackson, and as actors, we're part of our experiences. And my main experience with Ray Jackson, and I'll have something for everyone has helped me throughout this industry. Ray Jackson, I've known Ray Jackson since the second grade, and we still talk often on a weekly basis, multiple times, not every day, but most of the time. And one of the things how he's assisted me in this industry is we used to play video games when we were younger, and he helped my mental toughness because he used to turn on the heat and close the windows to try to get next to me and bother me in my body. So I had built up my mental strength. So thank you, Ray Jackson. You helped my focus for my characters in that. My next longest tenured friend, I think it was in the 3rd or 4th grade, is where I met Frank Lamont Beckton right over there, Frank Beckton. Now Frank was my first road dog. He actually, what we did together early on when we were in 6th grade and 7th grade, Frank and I used to walk up to the Cerritos Mall. And our mission of walking up to the Cerritos Mall was to pick up girls, right? And of course, at 6th grade and 7th grade, there weren't many girls to pick up in the Cerritos Mall. And then all of them that we did try to pick up, we got rejected. So he helped my rejection. We had success in the neighborhood, but we never had success at the mall for whatever reason. So thank you, Frank Beckton, for being there for me for that, and your friendship throughout all these years. I truly appreciate you, man. Family is also important to me, and I know I have a lot of other friends here. You guys are all very important to me. I can't name everybody, so I just want to name the longest tenured. But family is also very important to me, and I also want to point out a couple of things. I'll start with my brother and my sister, Mark and Carmen. Carmen Chesnut is my sister, and we grew up of course, in the same house under the same roof. And what I'll never forget about Carmen, we had sibling rivalries, always yelling and screaming and doing everything. But Carmen was the oldest, so we had one color TV and we had one black and white TV. That if you didn't have a hanger, it wasn't working. You wasn't getting the reception. So during the summer, Carmen used to always watch her soap operas, and I couldn't watch my cartoons. But one thing that stands out to me, that resonates to me to this very day, and it made me, the older I got, even in high school and in college, is one summer for like a week straight, Carmen tried to force an elementary school kid to read instead of go outside and play. She was all, you gotta learn how to read. I knew how to read, but you gotta read. You gotta constantly read. You gotta constantly read. And of course, at the time, I just wanted to play cartoons. I just wanted to watch. I just want to watch, go outside and play. But Carmen, looking back throughout the years, even when I was in high school, and I realized the importance of it, I realized your true love for me as a result of that, and you just trying to get me to be a better person. So I wanted to recognize you for that today. And of course, reading is very essential to what I do as a career. So thank you very much for that, Carmen. I love you for that. My brother Mark Chesnut. Mark and I, Mark and I, we shared the room since until we were out the house, and I learned a lot from my brother. Mainly, I was the little brother, so I had to be patient. I couldn't follow him around, but we always used to play everything. We'd play all types of games. We wrestle, basketball. And he really helped my competitiveness. One of the things that really stand out to me to this day, there was a moment that I had with Mark that really got me to see things outside the box when I truly didn't know that things could happen. And it may seem like a little thing now, but it wasn't then. So Mark and I used to play baseball. We play in front of the garage, and there's a street and there's a house across the street, and we used to play with tennis balls and aluminum bats. So of course the balls went all over the place. They were going over houses. They were breaking windows, and we would have to stop doing that. One day we got a wiffle ball and a bat. And for those who don't know, a wiffle ball is a plastic ball with holes in it and a plastic bat. Now the plastic ball is a ball that does not carry. Like, you can hit it as hard as you can. It'll go like 30 feet. And Mark and I were always playing. In one moment, and there was no way, we used to hit tennis balls like miles. There was no way that I thought that we'd be able to hit this wiffle ball. I know Mark remember, we'd be able to hit this wiffle ball over the next house. And then one day we're playing, and Mark was pitching to me, and I don't know what happened. I cracked it, and the wiffle ball went all the way over the house. You remember that, Mark? And the thing about that moment right there, of something that I never believed could happen, happened. And that opened up my mind to the realm of possibilities, to where things can happen. You just have to go outside of your mind. And Mark was there to share that moment with me, as well as many moments. So thank you, Mark, for that. Appreciate you, man. Love you for that. Grant and Paige, my kids. I think I'm older than them. I think they think they're older than me, because they know more than me. But I'll just say to you guys, I love you guys. You guys, since I've been born, have been a true inspiration, a true motivation. Seeing you guys there growing up has been a wonder to me. And I love you guys, and thank you guys so much for being a part of everything that I am. I love you guys. Just a couple more, then I'll be out. My father, he's no longer with us, and I really hate that he can't be here for this day, but he's here. One of the many lessons that he taught me that I've kept with me through my whole life is, one day Ray Jackson and I were out doing something that we shouldn't have been doing or whatever, and I had a curfew and I came home late. And of course I come in, I walk in the house, and he's right there. And he says, you were supposed to be here, what's going on? He's yelling at me. And I said, Dad, listen, I was doing this, I probably was lying. I was doing this, and at the end I said, you know what? And you can call Ray Jackson and ask him, and he would tell you that that's what we're doing. And at that moment, he says, I'm not going to call Ray Jackson. I'm not going to call anybody. It is your responsibility. You know your curfew. You know when you need to be home and what time you need to be home. So I'm not calling anybody. I'm not doing anything. It's your responsibility. And at that moment, I knew that I could never have an excuse. I had to be personally responsible and personally accountable for myself and whatever my actions were. And I've taken to that. I never had to. Every time I went out, it was never even about trying to have an excuse, because I knew what it was. And I've carried that throughout my life in terms of me being responsible in everything that I do and how I do it. So I'll always come to be personally responsible and accountable. So thank you, Daddy, for instilling that in me. You guys may not know this next person, Pam Chesnut. Pam Chesnut, my wife. I met Pam 30 years ago in a club, and she was on pole number 5. I'll never forget it. It was bad. No, that's. No, it wasn't. I didn't remember that right. Okay, no. It wasn't. Okay, so it wasn't that type of club. It wasn't that type of club, but no. But we met in the club, and I'll never forget when I met her. At the time I met her, she had a nephew, and I knew that she would be. I would watch how she was with her nephew, and I knew that she would be an incredible mother to our kids. What I did not know, and it's been a complete blessing, that she was going to be such an incredible woman, an incredible wife, and an incredible backbone to our family and our household. I love you for that. What a lot of people don't know is one of the things, when I met Pam, she did not, when I met her, she told me she was in college, but she actually wasn't. You weren't. You had withdrawn. You weren't in college. And so she came out. So I got her, I got her to come out to LA and be with me. But I said, babe, I said, you can't just be here sitting around. You got to get your degree. So you know what? She didn't complain. She went and got her degree because it's something that she wanted. And what a lot of people don't know, the ebbs and flows of an actor's career is very early on. Pam was you were actually working. That's when she could spell work. She can't do that now. She don't know what that is. She's allergic, but she's allergic to it. But no. So she was actually very early on. She was actually working and bringing money into the house, and that's when I knew I had to marry her because she possessed everything as a woman and just as a person. She was always ambitious. She's always been my backbone. And aside from, she's been my partner, unbelievable wife, unbelievable mother, unbelievable backbone, unbelievable lover. Maybe that's too much information. That's too much. But babe, thank you for that. I love you for everything that you've done for us and the family. And honestly, this star should have both of our names on it because I attribute a lot of that to you. So. Today is March the 23rd, and this day is not a random day. This day is a very special day because today is my mother's birthday. My mother has instilled too many lessons upon me to even begin to count, but I will bring up one of them. And, one of the things that she used to always tell me, she used to always say, the early bird catches the worm. That's what she used to always say to me, the early bird catches the worm. And he's right, I do get up somewhat early because of that message that my mother has always instilled with me. Through her love, through her nurturing. I mean, this day is not possible without her. Everything that she's done for me, for our family. She's worked so hard and diligently. I've seen my mother. She's been an educator. She was a special ed school teacher. However, throughout the course of our lives, she was selling encyclopedias. I know young people don't know what that is. Before Google, you used to have to do your research in encyclopedias. She was a real estate agent. So, and me sitting back and really learning the hustle from my mother. Another thing she taught me was, so she used to always drag me, since I was the youngest, she would always drag me to summer school. One year, she made me go to school on Saturday for a bank class. And I was like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. And she used to always tell me, it's better to have something and not need it than to need it and not have it. She used to always emphasize that and stress that to me. And I've taken that in everything that I've done, in everything that I do, amongst all the many other things that you have taught me. Mom, you don't want to look at me? You don't I love you. And she was the one that really championed this day. I was not even, she was the one, you got to get it, you got to get it. And so that's why I wanted to make this day, March 23rd, the day that's commemorating my star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So when people Google it, they will see March 23rd, but hopefully they will also know that it's your day of birth, which is my day of birth. So thank you so much, Mama. I love you for everything that you've done. And again, all of my friends and family out here, I truly, truly appreciate you guys for coming out. I can't name everybody. I would just name long-standing relationships. Jocelyn's been my publicist for decades. She's over there. Brian's been my manager for decades. He's over there. JP Ramsey's been my business manager for decades. She's over there. Now, what's up? What's up, Sean? I can't say hello to everybody, but you guys are all special to me, and I truly appreciate you all for coming out. Thank you so much. And now we can go get some food. Thank you.
As you know, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce administers the Walk of Fame on behalf of the city of Los Angeles. These are their sidewalks. We appreciate the collaboration from Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, who represents Hollywood, and unfortunately couldn't be with us today because council is on recess, so that's what we would pay them to do. So on behalf of the City Council of Los Angeles and Mitch O'Farrell in particular, we want to present this resolution from the City of Los Angeles. Thank you. So we're gonna do one on this side. We'll do one on this side. All right. On this side. Okay, we're gonna go family next. Family next. Family next. Okay, now you're kind of finished back here. There you go. We're going to give this to you afterwards. Okay. Thank you, Anna. On behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, we now declare today Morris Chesnut Day in Hollywood, everyone. Let us now proceed to unveil the 2,716th star. Nicole. We proudly welcome Morris Chesnut to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Wow.
It's 2 hours though, right?
Security guard. This is one thing to bring home.
Oh, thank you so much. This is great.
Thank you, Anna.
Right in the middle. There you go.
And guys, right here, straight ahead, please.
Go a couple straight down the middle, gentlemen, and ladies. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so Chris and Morris.
Yes. Stand or?
Stand on your stars with them.
Okay, here. All of them. Stand all over.
And guys, straight ahead, please. Straight ahead.
Couple more right down the middle.
Over here.
All right, so now by yourself.
Yeah.
You want him kneeling or standing?
Kneeling.
Kneeling.
There you go. And breathe.
We do a couple without.
Okay.
You want him to stand?
No, that's great.
More straight ahead. More at the top.
And Pam and kids. Everybody go straight in the center, please. Straight in the center.
Hey guys, right here, straight ahead, please. For me, thank you.
Over here. Okay. Can we get Grandma? Don't go, kids. Stay here. Pam, stay. And then get Mom. And then we'll do Boris by himself.
Okay.
She said no. Okay, so Carmen, she said no.
Give Ramona here too.
Let's get Grandma.
She didn't want to.
Give Ramona here.
Get some water, guys. It's power number. Straight ahead, everybody. Right here.
Everybody straight ahead.
Straight ahead, everyone. Eyes here, everybody. Straight ahead.
Down in the middle, from center. Oh, one more. Come on. There.
No. Nobody told you to move. All right, perfect.
Okay.
Morrison,
Jocelyn, is that it?
Anna, can we get Morris and his wife, just the two of them?
Morris and Pam.
Yes. Ma'am.
Come to the start. Step on the start. There you go.
Okay, perfect.
And guys, you're right.
You're right.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. No problem.
Excuse me, miss.
Jocelyn, is that it? What about you?
Grandma. Over here, Grandma won't do it. It's their date.
Yeah. Oh, my mother's coming.
Jocelyn, straight in the middle. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Bam.
Come up to the start.
Thank you.
You want them on KTLA, Jocelyn?
And then one more straight down the middle. Straight down the middle.
What do you want?
We do a quick on Morris.
Grandma.
Grandma. Just the two of you. Can we get the two of you?
Mama.
Can we get you and Morris together? Yeah, perfect.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Sure, yeah.
Awesome. Get this.
She's a grandma. She's a grandma.
Over here, guys, right in the middle.
Okay, guys, whoever's doing interviews, come down.
Anna?